Every time you walk into a modern supermarket and pick up plastic-wrapped fresh produce, you are participating in a deeply flawed, economically draining system. The average consumer believes that commercial supermarkets offer the freshest, safest vegetables available. However, global agricultural supply chain data reveals a starkly different reality. A significant portion of store-bought produce is harvested weeks before it hits the shelves, chemically treated to halt natural decomposition, and transported thousands of miles in dark, carbon-heavy trucks. By the time these vegetables reach your kitchen table, their cellular structure has oxidized, depleting up to 50% of their original vitamin and enzyme content. But the issue stretches far beyond lost nutrition. It is a matter of severe financial markup and chemical exposure. Millions of households across the UK and USA are currently battling unprecedented grocery inflation, paying premium prices for items that are absurdly easy to replicate at home. Even worse, several of the most popular grocery store vegetables consistently rank at the top of the Dirty Dozen list, an annual research index tracking the highest concentrations of toxic pesticide residues. You are essentially paying a 400% financial premium for heavily sprayed, chemically preserved produce under the illusion of convenience. The ultimate solution to this problem does not require you to relocate to a rural farm or buy expensive homesteading equipment. The laws of plant physiology prove that 5 specific, high-value vegetables are genetically hardwired to thrive within the confined, controlled microclimate of a basic container or potting container. From a botanical standpoint, these 5 specific plants do not require deep soil layers or expansive root zones to complete their reproductive cycles. When grown indoors or on a compact balcony, they are completely shielded from the open-field agricultural pests and soil diseases that force commercial farmers to rely on heavy synthetic chemical sprays. By shifting these 5 specific crops from your weekly supermarket shopping list to a few strategically placed pots on your windowsill or patio, you immediately reclaim control over your food quality and your financial resources. This is not a theoretical lifestyle trend. It is a highly practical, data-backed strategy for direct self-sufficiency. If you can fill a standard plastic pot with organic potting mix and manage a basic watering schedule, you possess every single skill needed to permanently stop buying these overpriced commodities. The science is definitive. The setup takes less than 20 minutes, and the long-term yield operates on absolute autopilot. Let's break down the precise agricultural data, the exact varieties, and the step-by-step container mechanics of the very first high-risk vegetable you must stop buying immediately. The first vegetable you must immediately stop buying is the cherry tomato, specifically determinate varieties like Tiny Tim or Patio Choice. Commercial cherry tomatoes are one of the most financially marked-up items in the produce aisle, often sold in small plastic clamshells at a premium. More importantly, data from agricultural toxicity reports consistently shows that conventionally grown tomatoes carry a high load of pesticide residues due to their thin skins. From a botanical perspective, cherry tomatoes are perfectly engineered for container life. Determinate varieties grow to a fixed, compact height of less than 2 feet, meaning they do not require massive garden stakes or complex pruning. The science of growing them in a pot revolves around root density and heat management. You only need a standard 12-inch pot filled with a well-draining organic potting mix enriched with compost. Because a pot warms up faster than the open ground, the container mimics a tropical microclimate, which accelerates the plant's metabolic rate and forces rapid flowering. Cherry tomatoes possess fibrous, shallow root systems that utilize tight spaces efficiently. By placing the pot on a sunny windowsill or balcony that receives 6 hours of sunlight, the plant operates on autopilot. You only water it when the top inch of soil feels dry. Within 65 days, a single container will produce hundreds of sweet, thin-skinned organic cherry tomatoes, completely free of chemical sprays, saving you dozens of dollars every single month. The second crop you must stop buying is bush sugar snap peas, specifically the Tom Thumb variety. In supermarkets, fresh sugar snap peas are treated as a specialty item, priced exceptionally high per ounce. Botanically, peas are cool season crops that possess a massive architectural advantage for indoor and small space agriculture. They are self-pollinating and grow perfectly in shallow containers just 6 to 8 inches deep. The real magic of growing peas in pots lies in their hidden underground chemistry. Peas are nitrogen-fixing legumes. Their roots form a symbiotic relationship with beneficial soil bacteria, allowing the plant to pull nitrogen directly out of the air and convert it into its own high-grade fertilizer. This means you do not need to purchase expensive synthetic fertilizers to get a massive yield. You simply drop the seeds 1 inch deep into a wide rectangular planter box. Within 7 days, they sprout, creating a beautiful, lush green display. By week 6, the plant begins producing crisp, sweet pods packed with clean plant protein, iron, and vitamin C. Because you are harvesting them seconds before consumption, the natural sugars in the peas never have time to convert into bland starch, a chemical degradation that happens within hours of commercial harvesting. You get an elite culinary texture and zero daily hassle, using nothing but tap water and a basic plastic container. The third vegetable to eliminate from your grocery list is the green onion, or scallions. Supermarkets charge an absurd markup for a tiny bunch of green onions that rot within days inside your refrigerator. The biological reality of this plant makes buying it completely unnecessary, as it possesses an unparalleled capacity for vegetative cellular regeneration. You do not even need seeds to grow an infinite supply. You simply take the discarded white root bases from the last bunch you bought, drop them into a shallow 6-inch pot filled with damp potting soil, and place it under any indoor window. Within 48 hours, new green shoots will aggressively burst from the center. By cutting only the green tops with scissors when you need them, the root base remains intact, triggering a continuous loop of automated growth. One single container can provide fresh, pungent, antioxidant-rich green onions for an entire year with zero maintenance beyond basic watering. Fourth, we focus on leafy greens, specifically leafy greens are the undisputed champions of the Dirty Dozen pesticide index, heavily drenched in chemical neurotoxins during commercial production to keep bugs from eating the leaves. Growing them in containers completely eliminates this risk because indoor or balcony environments drastically reduce pest exposure. Greens possess incredibly shallow, non-invasive root networks, meaning you can pack multiple plants into a single wide container. By practicing the cut-and-come-again harvesting method, where you only harvest the mature outer leaves while leaving the center growing crown untouched, the plant continually pumps out fresh foliage. This simple container setup eliminates the risk of heavy chemical ingestion and provides a pure, organic source of iron, calcium, and vitamin K on absolute autopilot. Finally, the fifth crop is the compact bell pepper, specifically varieties like Mohawk or King of the North. Commercial bell peppers are not only expensive, but are heavily waxed and chemically treated to survive long-distance transit. Botanically, bell peppers are perennial nightshades. They love the intense, concentrated root heat that a dark plastic or ceramic pot provides. By planting a single pepper seedling in a 2-gallon pot, you create a controlled microenvironment that maximizes fruit production. The plant grows into a sturdy, self-supporting miniature bush that requires no complex staking. Once it flowers, a simple, gentle shake of the stem handles all the necessary pollination. Within 80 days, you will harvest crisp, thick-walled bell peppers packed with 3 times more vitamin C than an orange, straight from your patio or balcony. Stop overpaying for toxic, chemically treated supermarket produce. Subscribe to the channel today for more data-backed, actionable strategies to reclaim your financial and nutritional independence. Which of these 5 container vegetables will you start growing first? Drop your choice in the comments below, and let's build your self-sufficiency together.